Hello, my name is Sarah Young, and welcome to Southern Africa. Our journey begins in Johannesburg, a city of 6 million people, the economic and financial hub of South Africa. Since the end of apartheid, Johannesburg is considered the most transformed city in Africa, a blend of colors and languages. Vila Kasi Street is the only street in the world to house two Nobel Peace Prize winners, Nelson Mandela and Archbishop Desmond Tutu. In Cape Town, history is never far from our grasp. It is an exploration of the circumstance that created what the people of South Africa call themselves the Rainbow People. It is impossible not to be affected by the trials and tribulations of the struggle against apartheid, but in many ways it is the sense of triumph in the face of such adversity that makes the experience of South Africa all the more powerful. Cape Town's Table Mountain is one of the oldest mountains in the world. Table Mountain alone has over 1,500 species of plants, more than the entire United Kingdom. Robben Island houses the grim island prison where Nelson Mandela was imprisoned for 17 years. He stated that roads of goodness and forgiveness are necessary to a goal of a beautiful South Africa, and beautiful it is. South Africa has the longest wine route in the world. Africa provides a rare opportunity to be at one with nature. Animal sanctuaries provide ecotourism destinations focusing on the well-being and recognition of endangered or vulnerable species, such as the cheetah. The African wild dog, each with its own unique coat pattern, has been endangered for the past 20 years. Measuring over 6,000 square miles, the Okavango Delta is the world's largest inland river delta. It is a maze of narrow canals best navigated by a Macaro dugout canoe. The African bush elephant is one of the largest mammals in the world. It uses its ears to radiate excess heat. A lichui is an African antelope with long, splayed hooves that allow it to move easily in the marshy ground of the delta. Fish eagles are found over most of continental Africa, south of the Sahara Desert. As the somewhat renegade elephant wanders through our camp, we are keenly aware that male elephants may weigh up to 6 tons. Growing abundantly in the delta, papyrus is used in the building of boats and the making of baskets and other household objects. Chobe National Park hosts Botswana's largest variety of wildlife. With an unpredictable nature and weighing almost 1 ton, the Cape buffalo can be dangerous to humans. Consuming hundreds of pounds of leaves each week, the giraffe is the world's tallest mammal. Its legs alone can be over 6 feet tall, and it can cruise at 35 miles an hour over short distances and 10 miles an hour over longer distances. The African ostrich is the world's largest and fastest bird. Hippos are susceptible to sunburn and spend most of their days with just their noses out of the water. Their noses have special flaps that close when submerged, and they can stay underwater for as long as 25 minutes. The elephant's trunk has over 40,000 muscles. It is at once both strong and gentle. The trunk is capable of killing a lion, but also gentle enough to caress a baby elephant or pick leaves off of a tree. Victoria Falls was named in honor of Queen Victoria by David Livingstone, who is believed to be the first European to view the falls. He described the falls as so lovely they must have been gazed upon by angels in their flight. Local tribes referred to the falls as the smoke that thunders. As a species, elephants have been designated as vulnerable, but the herds are increasing in South Africa by about 4% per year. Kruger National Park is one of the largest game reserves in Africa. It was originally created to control hunting and protect the diminishing number of animals. Zebra markings are unique to each individual animal, and unlike horses, they have never truly been domesticated. Throughout the world, the lion is a symbol of power and royalty. The lion is Africa's largest and laziest carnivore. Baboons, of all of Africa's primates, most frequently interact with humans. The rhinoceros is endangered and vulnerable due to illegal poaching. The horn can fetch as much as $500,000. Its properties are thought to enhance sexual virility. The Cape of Good Hope was originally named the Cape of Storms due to the almost constant terrible storms. However, it was then renamed Cape of Good Hope to please the King of Portugal and give the impression that the cape provided hope for a sea route to the east. Kirstenbach, established in 1913, is the first botanical garden in the world devoted to a country's indigenous flora. Africa is a wondrous profusion of wildlife, dazzling colors, and ancient art forms. It is a land that celebrates its customs and its heritage. From its tribal dances and celebration of the strength of its warriors, both past and present. Africa has been referred to as the Dark Continent, but perhaps the darkest thing about Africa might be our ignorance of it. To me, it is a land of diversity and wildness that touches the human soul. For me, Southern Africa has made an indelible impression and reawakened my sense of awe. Thank you for this wonderful experience.